You're the poop guy now.
No. I was not pooping. I just got out of the shower. This is not sweat.
Yeah, you had to shower because the poop was so violent.
No, okay. Well, maybe I pooped a couple times this morning, but it was pre-show. I was just biking.
Tom's the poop guy now.
He's no.
Poop guy.
In God's name, baby. We here. No, you don't steer.
Changing it up. This season's gonna be crazy.
We steer? Do I? All right, fine. We steer. You know what? You take it over. Go ahead, buddy.
In the right direction. I'm Brandon Perna here with Tom Grossi of
messed it up already.
Scooter Magruder.
Nope.
Check out Tom's channel, Scooter McTree.
That's accurate.
You should do it. I don't know what I'm doing. Clearly, right. I cannot open the show.
Okay. Yeah. It's a little bit harder than you think, huh? You're just like, oh, I just create the thumbnail, the stream, the rundown. You think you do so much. That intro is hard to nail. So
it is.
We here.
We steer
you in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is a G. A P. S. An Underdog sent me a nice shirt in its Packers colors. Look at that. I'll take free shirts.
Yeah, they sent me one that was orange and blue. And
I decided not to wear it.
I put it on yesterday or the day before, and then I worked out, and I went upstairs. And just the front was covered with sweat, and the pits were, I was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I just did that to her shirt upstairs because of the poop.
I was like, I got to watch this guy.
Yeah, you got to watch it.
But speaking of Underdog, make sure you sign up if you want to play Underdog Fantasy with our code GPS. Links in the description. You got a QR code. You can sign up. There is a draft currently in the description. It will happen as soon as it's full. We're halfway there, 6 of 12. 30 seconds per pick, so that draft going to start and finish during today's episode. Maybe we'll peek in on that. But you got to sign up now because the big tournaments stop in terms of being able to enter once the season starts September 7th. So if you want to play in the Best Ball Mania tournament, the weekly winners with the massive payouts, you got to sign up now. And you got to do it with our code. And you got to just win. I hope all of you win.
Got it.
I literally hope I lose every league I'm in so all of you win. I play to win the game, but I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting for the field. Okay, that draft is full. Dang. Ooh, yeah. I got third pick.
No, you didn't get third pick.
Uh-huh.
No, you didn't.
Oh, wrong one? Am I in my wrong draft?
You're at pick 10. Good.
There we go.
That's it.
Okay. Ooh, am I the last pick? No. Where am I?
What?
There it is.
Wait, whoa.
What?
Bro, the mystery team that was trying to trade for Jonathan Taylor was the Packers.
Whoa! What? No, that can't be true.
Adam Schefter. The mystery team that had trade discussions with the Colts about Jonathan Taylor was the Green Bay Packers.
Whoa.
Why? Okay, hold on. This is an ESPN. Hold the phone now. Now we gotta take a look at this. Because what? I was like, wait, whoa.
Double check. Double check.
Oh, no, it's a whole article, dude. It's a whole article.
I think Schefter's drunk. I think Schefter got
Miami
drunk.
Dolphins, they were told had legitimate interest. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, contender, blah, blah, blah. All right, then it says a whole bunch of nothing. So it just names that they were the ones who were interested. That's wild. I mean, listen, the Packers, like, they have that line. They're like, oh, we're going to be in on every single conversation, right?
Yeah.
But that makes very little sense because they have Aaron Jones who took a pay cut to be there, but like I can imagine him only being there for another season or two. You have AJ Dillon whose rookie contract is almost expiring, so I don't know if we're going to wind up keeping AJ Dillon. And then Wilson, so the big story out of Packers camp yesterday where it was Emmanuel Wilson making the 53-man roster as an RB3. So it's just, that's an interesting, I mean, they didn't get him obviously because they wound up not moving him, but damn, I wouldn't have seen that one coming.
Yeah, that's strange. Like,
yes.
that just shows how messed up the running back market is. You're up, Tom.
Yeah, no, I got it. I got it. I
have running back. Speaking of running backs,
yeah, I got Nick Chubb.
There you go. Ooh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I know it is.
Like AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones takes less money, return to the Packers, and then the Green Bay is like, you know what? How about we try and find his replacement?
No, Aaron Jones literally wants to like live in Green Bay forever. So I'm not concerned because his contract, I think, is it done after this season? So technically he's under contract for 2024 as well, but his cap hit is going to shoot up from 8.1 mil to 17 mil. But damn, that's because again, you look at just the optics aren't great, but two, it's just like he's on his rookie deal. You were going to have to pay him like a bunch of money. It's just weird. Like, do you think they were just poking around? Because he says they had, it just says the Packers were in talks with the Colts and had legitimate interest. That's all it says.
Yeah.
Like, the only like news that's actually in that article. But damn.
Yeah, do you think they called up and like were like, hey, Jim, legitimately, we are interested in Jonathan Taylor. Legitimately. We are interested, but we're not giving you a first rounder.
Well, did you see the big Broncos news that like just went live?
Which
did you
one?
check? No, did you check Schefter's Twitter?
No.
Go check it.
Hold on, I gotta make this draft pick.
No, I want you to run out of time, and that's why I was just delaying. Because
you ain't gonna fool me. Come on. Why is it stuck?
Did you pick your guy?
I won't. Come on.
Well, it's gone. You already picked, buddy. You got CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, my thing froze. Good. I was going to take him anyway.
Damn it. I wanted CeeDee Lamb.
All right.
Sorry. But yeah, that's a bit surprising. Again, always in on every conversation. I get that. That's just interesting. And I wonder like what the context of the call was, where it was like, hey, is this guy are we just trying to get an idea of what would the price be? Is the price right?
Yeah, they've said like the Eagles basically just call on everybody as soon as they're available. Philly's like, hello, GM. What would you like for this player? We'll just draft another guy from Georgia. See you later.
That's it.
But yeah, okay, so Jonathan Taylor doesn't get traded by the deadline, the fake deadline that Jimmy Irsay made. That was kind of big news. Today, we're going to go through and talk about a bunch of the other big or significant or interesting roster moves that happened as teams whittled down to the 53-man roster. The Broncos made a couple moves in there that are a little bit surprising. My thought right now is the NFL just needs to increase its roster size to, I think, 55 makes sense in terms of a nice round number, but I would like to see it at 56 players. That gives you an extra guy on offense, an extra guy on defense, and then, just your all-around, hey, special teams guy, your real fringe guy at a position you just want to roll deep at. If they did 56 guys, that'd be like 96 extra roster spots from what it currently is this year. So almost 100 dudes every year making real money for the football season. And it would just be nice. Be nice if teams just had that extra couple players. And I think the NFL is trying to hold on to that for the next CBA when they want to force 18 games and then be like, oh, yeah, we'll give you a couple more roster spots. But you play in 18 games. You play in 18 games instead of 17.
We're going to get you up to 20 games a season. And that's just before the postseason.
How about 6 spring games? They mean nothing, but the ratings will still beat the NBA.
I mean, it's valid. It is valid. Yeah, there is a bunch to talk about. Of course, the Jonathan Taylor one being kind of like one of the main pieces of news, because there was a lot of rumors coming out that the Dolphins, of course, were super duper interested, and a mystery team that now is revealed to apparently be the Packers, that they were calling up and saying like, hey, you know, we want him. But the Colts also want insane value for him as well, right? They want that cake and eating it too. And he winds up not getting moved. And not only does he not get moved, but he gets put on the PUP list. So that means he's not going to be active for the first 4 weeks of the season. And depending on how things go, we'll see, like, after those 4 weeks, maybe they'll try to trade him, because I don't think they can trade him until, like, right at week 8 is, like, the deadline. But, I mean, I don't know if that's going to be resolved. Like, he might literally just be like, oh, yeah, I'm really hurt. Sorry.
Yeah, you're up in the draft. But,
I know, buddy.
But it's like that's what the Colts are waiting for, right? They're waiting for a competitive team to probably just suffer an injury and be in a desperate position to keep contending, at which point then they will give the Colts the value they are seeking.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It freaking skipped me. Did I get it? You missed your pick. Damn it, I hit the wrong button. I went back to the lobby, and I got Mark Andrews. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't want Mark Andrews there.
Jonathan Taylor is up on deck right now. He's not going to play 4 weeks. His fantasy value is going down. Ooh, okay.
Okay, sorry. So, yeah, I mean, what did you make of that, the Jonathan Taylor non-trade, Perna?
I think the Colts are crazy. I think the Colts have a nice PR machine for them right now in Pat McAfee. Like, it's funny watching Pat take the side of the Colts and try and spin it in their favor. And I get it. Like, he's got a great relationship with Hearsay, with Ballard. He's going to be on the biggest platform now. I'm not even blaming him. But usually he's the guy who's, like, on the player side, right? Like, advocating for the players. It was like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. He was like, yeah, that Colts locker room was falling apart. Jonathan Taylor, what did he do to be a leader there? Like, and then he's now, I think like yesterday it was like the Colts. Why would you get bad trade value when you're in a desperate position to trade? So there's no rush for them to make a trade and take a bad deal here. Kinda like they're in the spot where they're deciding not to pay the guy, which they should just do. That's what doesn't make sense to me. It's not like they're hamstrung. It's not like they've got to pay their quarterback, or they've got receivers they need to pay. They don't have any great playmakers. He is their biggest playmaker, and they're just like, Anthony Richardson, go to the Wolves, sir.
Did you see the tweet from Adam Schefter about the Broncos?
No, I'm up. I'm not stupid.
I'm just saying.
You know, just for that, I'm going to take your man, Christian Watson.
You son of a bitch! I have him in queue!
Ooh!
I hate you. Bro, I'm mad. Come on, man.
You got.
I had him too. I literally just hit the wrong button, and I went back to the lobby. And it took freaking too long to get back.
Yeah. Nobody's drafting Jonathan Taylor. Weird.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't touch. So that's why, like, for fantasy drafts, like for the leagues and stuff, I usually wait until like the week of the season. It's super late, but guys get hurt or like this situation happens and you're like, oh, okay, never mind.
No, that's why I like doing it early, because sometimes you're going to make those mistakes, but sometimes it's the other people in the league that are like, ooh, Jonathan Taylor, got to get him now. You know, right now. And like Jerry Jeudy's another player whose value is kind of dropping a little bit because he's got that hamstring. Another interesting player, Jameson Williams, right? He's out for 6 weeks, but like when he comes back, he's going to provide insane value. So if you've got a couple of good receivers up top, and you see Jameson Williams available later, like, that's an interesting guy to pick.
I don't think it's a fail for both leagues. I think it just goes to show, like, legit the level of competition, and there is still, like, a good chunk to go, between like the XFL, USFL, and then eventually, NFL. I mean, look at Jay Sternberger, right? So he has a monster season in the USFL, and unfortunately the Bills released him, or they waived him. So, this kind of stuff. I think PJ Walker got waived too, right?
Yeah. You got Tyson Baynett as the Bears backup. I think I'm going to have in a video today, but or tomorrow.
There you go. You got challenged.
No, Cole. No.
Burner doesn't believe that much in it. So that's it.
I had shoot. Because you brought up those wrestling belts for a punishment.
Yeah.
Oh, I this is the next good clickbait punishment too. Okay. So and it's gonna have to be for one of us who has Twitter Blue, but probably
don't have it.
Let's do it to Scooter. Because like you can promote tweets.
Yes.
So like sometimes I'll tweet something really stupid and then Twitter's like, do you want to promote this? I'm like, of course not.
No.
But I think we got to have Scooter do like a pro Eagles tweet and then pay half of the super chat money towards promoting it.
Oh my God.
Like
that's actually a really, really good.
Jalen Hurts is clearly the best quarterback in the NFC East. And then he's got to drop $250 to promote that tweet.
That's honestly a really good punishment. We just talked about that Yankees fan. Yeah, that's the thing. I could see it in two ways. One, it's Goody being in on every conversation, and the other one being like he would be literally our star for the future. And I would imagine you're going to see, because again, next year the Packers have money again. They have cap space. They have a ton of flexibility. So because of that, maybe they're looking to the future. And I don't know if I do know AJ Dillon at this point has not proven enough to like warrant a significant contract of being RB1 yet. I hope he has a breakout season this year and that changes it, but just he hasn't had that kind of production yet. So, yeah, that's it.
Nerfing on the USFL MVP.
Nerf on him.
Did you guys sign Alex Magoo?
No, Alex Magoo's gone.
No,
we were never going to keep 3, though. We were never going to keep 3. Oh, I really want to talk about this because I know Perna, it was a rough day for you, buddy. Real quick before we get into Bosa,
is gone.
Yeah,
DiNucci was released. He was given full release by my Broncos.
Yeah.
Full release.
And then Alberto.
Yeah, Alberto, that one makes more sense.
He's going to get waived, but then you got value for him.
We got a little trade. Went to Philly where he's not going to have to block. So he's going to be good.
So
that was my take. He went to a team that doesn't need blocking help, so he can just go catch footballs, which he is good at. But Alberto is a weird guy who I think Broncos fans just love because of the potential. And he's been there 3 years. It's a handful of different coaches, different schemes, different quarterbacks. He's never been given the opportunity to succeed in the Broncos offense, but
dude, I drafted him last year in like a ton of fantasy leagues because I was like, okay, like this is going to be the year like Russell Wilson's going to start relying on him, like all that great stuff.
He had one touchdown last season.
Yeah,
Two the year before, one the year before that. So it's like a, the Broncos are going to use a lot of their tight ends in blocking packages. That's clear.
Sure.
Dulcich is going to be the guy who, hopefully shines there. And it's like one of those situations where I'm happy that Albert O is going to a place where I think he can be used appropriately, where they can take advantage of his skill set. Like the Eagles line they don't need any help. They will just rugby bulldoze whoever they're playing, send him out, watch Jalen Hurts hit him wide open in the middle of the field because everybody's trying to double team AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. So I'm happy for him because I think he's got a shot to at least flash and then maybe get, a contract somewhere else. But he's gone. DiNucci's gone. They traded for punter Will Lutz, which is interesting. I think ultimately it will be the right move. And they let go of McManus. Then they had a kicking competition between Bill Maher and Elliott Fry. Elliott Fry gets hurt. They release him. After that, Brett Maher has been he's been good. He made all his kicks after that. And then they cut him, traded a 7th rounder for Will Lutz, who, of course, played with Sean Payton in New Orleans. But Lutz is coming off a worse season than McManus had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's strange. We've seen Will Lutz make some big kicks, huge kicks. So I think he's got the clutch. I think in clutch situations, I trust him way more than Maher. He was injured in 2021. Last year, was he off because he's still trying to get right from that injury, or is he just on the downcline? Because after like 2019, he peaked. He's been worse every season. So I don't really know what to make of it.
I mean, Peyton trusts him, right? I mean, like there you have that reunion, obviously. So there's something there. Kind of getting the old squad back together. But I saw every name that was coming across the Broncos. I was like, damn, that's going to hurt Brandon Perna. I know the DiNucci one hurt. That one hurt.
Yeah. So here we go. 49ers. Tom Grossi has been at the forefront of saying, how come
Frontline
enough people? There should be more people criticizing the 49ers. That's what you've been trying to say.
The media. Yeah, it seems like often the media gives the 49ers.
Outside of Grant Cohn, who that's all he does is criticize them. Why is nobody talking about how they effed up? Well, Tom, your man, your savior, one Jimmy G, who heard you, and on a Sports Illustrated podcast, came in and dropped this heat.
What did you make of the Trey Lance trade to Dallas?
Weird situation. Been a lot of weird situations over there in San Francisco, just to leave it at that. But, I'm happy Trey got another shot, man.
How do you think San Francisco's handled those quarterback situations?
How do you think they've handled them?
That's right. I got the handsome man on my side. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate it. Well, he's got to feel weird about it, too, because it's this weird relationship that Jimmy Garoppolo has had with the 49ers where it's like, oh, yeah, like you're not our guy. Like we're trading all of this to go get Trey Lance to replace you. It is to replace you. And then they were like, never mind. We're going to sign you again for another year. Then he got hurt and now he goes to the Raiders. So I'm just saying I feel a little vindicated. A tiny bit. I know there's some bias there, but I feel a tiny bit vindicated.
I mean, I think Jimmy's probably also a little bit pissed because he's got to play for the Raiders.
He's got to play for Josh McDaniels and the Raiders.
He's like, it was a little weird there, but it's worse here. I just can't say that.
I just can't say that right now. He's like, but they're giving me a lot of money and I get to throw it to Devontae Adams and now finally get to give it to Josh Jacobs. So there's worse things, but
I can't imagine a worse career fate than having to back up Tom Brady with the Patriots. Okay. You're playing for Belichick without any of the glory, which just sucks. That's got to be a miserable experience. You go to San Francisco, you're good, you're hurt, you're good, you're hurt, and then you get kicked over to the Raiders with Josh McDaniels. The worst part of the Patriots is now your boss. So poor Jimmy G, I do feel sorry for you. And you got Aiden O'Connell breathing down your neck. One of the hottest rookie preseason QBs ever. But he's right. It is weird in San Francisco. I think Kyle Shanahan to me just seems like the kind of guy who gets a little drunk, makes some bad decisions, wakes up and is like, what did I do? He's like, I ordered 10 pizzas and put a down payment on a car. Why did I do that last night? Why did we give Jimmy G this giant contract? Why did we trade all this stuff for Trey Lance? I was drunk when I did it. Can I get a take backseat, NFL? Can I have a take backseat?
That'd be interesting. Yeah. People are talking about it in the chat too. What if, Johnny Barks just said, what if Jimmy G won that Super Bowl? Or they get Kirk Cousins. Again, there's so many different things that could have.
What if he hit my man Emmanuel Sanders for that touchdown?
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
So here's the thing. This is what I want to talk about because there's Nick Bosa. So there's layers to this, and we've kind of been covering it on GPS, like as there's been new things unfolding. It's like, should we worry about Nick Bosa? And I've always been under the assumption, like, listen, they don't have a franchise quarterback that they need to pay an insane amount of money to, right? Because Brock Purdy's on his second year, so don't have to worry about that. But at the same time, there is a little bit of history that could indicate that things might not work out, because you've seen it with DeForest Buckner, right? In which he wanted a whole bunch of money. The 49ers and him, they couldn't come to an agreement. He gets traded to the Colts. Now, I would say Nick Bosa is a completely different beast, and he is going to, wherever he winds up being, he is going to be paid the most amount for it. He's going to shatter records for a contract for an edge rusher, right? He's going to get an insane amount of money, and I think he's earned that. He's young, he's explosive, the guy's work ethic is absolutely insane. That being said, Reddit decided to enter into the fray, right, Brandon?
Yeah, Reddit, baby. Okay, Kevin. Do not get me worked up again today, Kevin. Do not get me worked up today.
He coming. That's it.
I think the fair point there is maybe Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch aren't quite as the elite duo of GM head coach as we gave him credit for early. And that's what you've been trying to say. Now, this Redditor dropped a little nugget. Apparently, it's the same guy who broke the Christian McCaffrey trade before it happened.
Yeah, you want to pull that up?
Do you think there's any credibility here? No. I have no idea who this guy is, but he's suggesting that the 49ers have been in trade talks with an AFC team. Damn it, I missed my pick.
Oh, no. How'd that happen?
Bateman? But he's suggesting Niners AFC team working on a Nick Bosa trade.
So, but hold on.
Part of me, no, some people are like, oh, it's the Chiefs. It's the Chiefs. No. Never let that happen, San Francisco. There it is.
Okay.
It was the Chargers, and you had both Bosa brothers on the same roster. But I'm hoping it's my Denver Broncos.
Yeah, so this is the guy. He broke the CMC trade news, and Reddit's like a weird... Well, Reddit's just a weird place in general, right? But when it comes to Reddit, there have been things that have occurred on that website that legitimately have worked out to be true, right?
Sure.
Now, this is like not breaking news. This is not going to say this is definitely going to happen. But we have seen this happen with teams before, where this random Reddit user is just like, oh yeah, this trade is coming. Everyone's like, no, it's not. It happened with Devontae Adams like weeks before, saying like, oh, he was like looking for a house in like California and all this stuff. And I was like, ooh, okay, well, I don't want to do any of that. But here you have Nick Bosa potentially going to an unnamed AFC team. My question to you, Brandon, is like, if this doesn't work out for the 49ers, like, let's just say they can't come to a consensus about money. Is that like a tremendous, like really, really big red flag for the front office? Because listen, I know he's going to cost a ton of money. I know they're going to have to lock up a lot of capital with him. But there are very few players in the league like Nick Bosa.
Yeah, no, it would be a red flag. You don't see teams let premier edge rushers go in their prime, right? Von Miller, Broncos locked him down. TJ Watt locked down with the Steelers. Like, it's just not one of those positions where those guys go. It's like you got your quarterback on offense, and then it's your edge rusher on defense. You lock those guys down when you find game wreckers, and Nick Bosa is that. He is a game wrecker. And if they had Bosa and they were able to keep Buckner back when, you know, he went over to the Colts, like their line would have been unmanageable. It's really, really good, but it would have been insane. I think they'll get a deal done. Like, I don't know if I believe the trade thing.
Ari just tweeted out real quick. The Colts made wild requests during Jonathan Taylor trade discussion, asking the Dolphins for Jalen Waddle at one point.
Dude, you want to talk about a front office that sucks right now? Like, it's Chris Ballard cannot keep Jim Irsay under control. I feel like if Ballard were fully in charge there, something would have happened. But he's like, okay, hey, we can get this for Jonathan Taylor. It's a third rounder. It's more than we're probably gonna get. Let's just do it, Jim. And Jim's like,
It's like, let's get Jalen Waddle.
I want Jalen Waddle, and I want to save the life of one endangered tiger while we do it.
But the Dolphins have to pay for it.
Yeah. I want all dolphin hunting to stop off the coast of Florida. Nope. We can't do that, Jim.
We can't do that.
I don't even know if that's a thing.
I don't know if it is.
I want my band to play the Super Bowl halftime show. He's just lobbying other teams to vouch for his band to play the halftime.
He's just trying to break through, man. It's really tough in the music industry.
Yeah.
But
you give us Jalen, and the Colts need Jalen Waddle.
Yes, they do.
If they had a Jalen Waddle,
who doesn't need Jalen Waddle?
Maybe you can get rid of Jonathan Taylor.
Because then you actually have someone to throw the ball to?
Yeah, an explosive guy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They would never, ever trade Jalen Waddle. Because why would they?
Yeah.
Like, he is their future.
Yeah. Is Chris Ballard a good GM, or was he just better than Ryan Grigson and walked into a team that had Andrew Luck and then one good season with old Philly Rivers? Like, Colts have been and they got Anthony Richardson. Colts fans are excited about him. I'm excited about him. Sure. And I think why I'm so pissed off at the Colts is because I feel like they're not doing justice to Anthony Richardson to help him succeed early.
And he's getting thrown. Angry. He's getting thrown right into the fire. Like, there's no doubt about that. And that it's going to be a learning curve for him. But, I mean, they needed something.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the Anthony Richardson, like, I think he's a very, like, the raw ability. We talked about all that, insane athlete, all that great, wonderful stuff. But the Colts also were in a position where they were kind of forced to draft a QB who, by the looks of it, according to all the scouts and stuff, wasn't necessarily NFL ready. Like, he was going to be, it was going to be a while, right? It was going to take some time to learn and all that great stuff. I don't know. I think it's tough because they drafted for need and they could get a rock star. Yeah, but it's all about how he develops and how they develop him. And throwing him right into the fire, I mean, say what you want about the Green Bay Packers. I'm not saying their front office is all sunshine and rainbows either. But, you know, their guys sit. They sit in a league where they don't sit anymore. Even Patrick Mahomes sat for a year. So
he did. Behind old Alex Smith.
You know, Alex Smith did well. And he said that though. Mahomes said that he learned so much from sitting and learning behind Alex Smith.
It's the other thing I saw. It's like the Colts don't have a single player on roster who's over the age of 30, right? So they're one of the youngest teams in the league. And that's just took Russell Wilson in that underdog fantasy draft. Suck it, world. It's one of those things where maybe in like a year or two, that turns out to be a really good thing, right? Like this young roster develops, then they can add the pieces when they actually think they're a contender. And maybe that's part of it. Maybe the Colts are like, look, we think we're 2 years away from actually competing. That's why we don't really care what Jonathan Taylor does right now. We're thinking about 2024, 2025, and we don't need him to be part of the plans.
Yeah.
So I would say like that's the only kind of merit to what they're doing that I can see. But right now they just look dumb. They look stupid. The only team that looks. The Colts should send the Arizona Cardinals a giant thank you right now because they're the only organization that looks more lost than them.
They do.
And even while being lost, the Cardinals, we know they're trying to tank and they're getting away with it.
I just want to just put this out there. Yes, Waddle for Jonathan Taylor is a wild request. And it's if you were looking back, like 2 years ago, maybe that's like not like even like a year. I don't know. It's the market. Yeah. Dictates that is an insane request because there's no way the valuation of running backs is so freaking low right now.
Yeah.
Like there's
You want us to trade our slam dunk receiver who's still on a rookie contract that is going to be a huge part of our offense and really is a great compliment to Tyreek Hill and is going to make Tua be really no, we don't think so.
No. I don't know, man. You mentioned, because we're talking about front offices right now. So like you talk about the 49ers and if the Bosa thing doesn't work out, and I'm inclined to believe that they're going to work it out with Bosa. Because there's just some guys you don't let walk. There's even Jonathan Taylor. Like, I think he's an insanely good running back when he's healthy, right? He had those 2 years where he proved it. He had that insane second year, but then he got hurt. And you're like, okay, like that's problematic. But now it's like, okay, whoever gets him, you're going to have him for like a good stretch. I think you're going to get some good play out of him. But at the same time, like, he's not a Nick Bosa.
No. He has 0 sacks as far as I can tell.
That's a great observation. I'm just talking about in terms of impact, and I agree with you too. And that's why it's more frustrating because the value for the Colts, Jonathan Taylor, is extremely high because he's good, right? Even when you don't have a great offensive line anymore, and you have a rookie quarterback that needs to develop. So yes, it is incredibly beneficial to go, here you go, Taylor, run it now. And you're able to do that 30 times a game.
You're talking about like paying him, like $14 million a year this year and maybe next year. Like, just do it. It's like something happened. The egos got too big and decided we can't work together anymore. And that's like, you talk about Nick Bosa, and I just want Chiefs fans to shut up. He's not going to the Chiefs. You can't even pay Chris Jones.
Yeah.
You think Chris Jones is going to make some room for Nick Bosa? I don't think so. Now, if the Chiefs traded Chris Jones to the 49ers and got Nick Bosa, okay, maybe. But like, you're not getting Nick Bosa, Kansas City. All right,
dude. Can you imagine?
I would die
if the
Underdog
Chiefs
would be sponsoring my funeral. Tom,
the Chiefs would literally go, okay. And they would never draft another, like they would only draft a defensive guy and that's it. You know what I mean? Like they would never go into free agency for the next like 10 years. They'd be like, nope, that's it. We got Nick Bosa. Like we're good now. Like we don't even need to pay attention to that side of the ball for like at least a decade. Because you know that they would just win an insane amount of games, right? Because their defense already isn't the focal point of that team. So it doesn't even matter. By the way, you missed your pick again.
Ah!
Oh, you got a running back though.
I'll take Tyler Algier.
You got Algier. There you go. Is Bijan a legit top 10 fantasy pick? I wouldn't. Personally.
It's a little risky, but like if the Falcons use him the way we project that they will, then yeah.
But are they going to give him the bulk of it, or are they going to kind of, is it going to be like a 70-30 split with Algier? No. Because Algier was good last year. It's still weird. It's still weird. I'll never get over it. I get it. He's a good player, but like, come on now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Up the Waz?
The Wazoo.
I say Waz.
No, so that's the thing too, right? It's like, who has the worst front office right now? Because I really think it's an ongoing competition. The Colts are up there, but the Cardinals are there. But before we even jump into the Cardinals, because I do want to talk about them, let's talk about the Patriots, Perna. Talking about surprising things that happened. So you're just like, I've been waiting for years. They only have one. And again, let me be very, very clear. In 21 minutes, waiver process is going to begin. All that great stuff. The Bears, they have the number 1 pick on the waiver wire. All that great stuff. I think Packers are 15. So these are the initial 53-man rosters. It's obviously going to change. Yeah. But the Patriots have one QB signed to the roster as of right now, and it's Mac Jones. They released Bailey Zappe, and they also released Cunningham, which one was more surprising for you?
Bailey Zappe, because I think there's a bigger risk of another team picking him up. You know, he played some meaningful football in the regular season for the Patriots, looked pretty good for a bit there.
Mm-hmm.
And we know their intention is to sign him to the practice squad, right? They're just hoping he clears waivers. But a lot of teams let go of a lot of quarterbacks yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't the Bears pick him up? Why wouldn't the Broncos pick him up after releasing DiNucci? So I'm sure he'll land right back on with New England. I think they're very calculated. But it was surprising. The team that, like, well, Tom Brady was there, and they invested in backup quarterbacks with Tom Brady when he was young and when he was old. And now they're like, let's just grip it and rip it with McCorkle. See what happens. We'll find anybody. We believe in Mac. And I think maybe it's a little bit strange because there's just been so much media and fan projecting of like, oh, Mac Jones's job's in jeopardy. We thought Zappe might take it over. We thought Mac got benched. And then it was like, oh, he hit the wire. Oh, no, the Patriots believe in him. He's just getting over this ankle thing. So, I mean, it's crazy on the surface, but I'm sure Zappe will be their practice squad QB and QB2 by the end of the week. So who knows? Just I hate the clearing waivers, the practice squad, like all these teams. Like the Broncos have 4 wide receivers right now, one of which is Jerry Jeudy, who's not healthy. But they're going to sign back multiple guys. They're going to put them on the squad and then activate them or elevate them. It's just such like a annoying process as a fan.
I get you. Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, because I think the Patriots are just in a really weird place. Like we all know, like their defense will be good this year, right? There's like no doubts about that. The offense, you're hoping that Mac Jones gets better because of Bill O'Brien. I mean, that's the line that's been there. Because I feel like there's a good amount of Patriots fans that kind of give Mac Jones a pass because Matt Patricia was your offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and that's like fair.
That's very, very fair. I think now it's just like, okay, like we better see something though. And if Mac Jones doesn't perform this year, I think, there's potential he's just gone. But I think it's when you saw flashes of like Cunningham, right? That people were like, oh, something different, very different from Mac Jones. Like, ooh, exciting play. We like that. And then he gets cut too. And you're like, all right, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a make or break year for Mac Jones. And then Malik Cunningham, you thought, oh, the Patriots, they could use him in some goal line situations, some interesting, packages, like take slow, dirty McCorkle out, put Malik Cunningham in there, and you've got a fun, exciting offense in the red zone. So in terms of like, you don't see them using Bailey Zappe unless Mac Jones gets hurt. Malik Cunningham, you thought, oh, there might be some situations where we see him out there making some plays for the Patriots.
Sure.
But who knows?
Well, I mean, this is right. There have been rumblings about this. I personally think it's BS. Personally, because if Ryan's he's just having a grand old time here.
Ooh,
personally, I think it's BS because if you fired Bill Belichick, there's 20 teams that would fire their head coach tomorrow and be like, yeah, we're going to bring him.
I would say 30 teams.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it maybe just like not Andy Reid and
Andy Reid, Sean Payton probably have the most secure jobs in that situation.
Is that it? Is that? Gotcha. I thought you were saying like up the wazoo because that's that. But yeah, I just don't think that's likely because legitimately, I think Bill Belichick has that team until he doesn't want to coach there anymore.
Yeah.
No. And Bill Belichick has no reason to be like, oh, let me go and like go to another team and like try to win Super Bowls and stuff. I don't think that that's going to be his vibe. I think he has like a ton of control with the Patriots. Yeah. And I just don't see Kraft like getting rid of him.
Belichick, to secure his legacy, he's got to go to Tampa Bay and win a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield. That would be way more impressive than what Brady did.
Or Kyle Trask. Oh. Make it. You know what? No. Here's what I want to see. I want to see the Patriots right now. Do it right now. What is it? It's the August 30th. Fire Bill Belichick just so the Cardinals will fire Jonathan Gannon already. He's done. He's gone. Yeah, he's absolutely gone. He's day one gone.
Jonathan Gannon's like, I'm not sure who our starting head coach will be week 1. Competitive advantage.
Competitive advantage. And then just bring in Bill Belichick and have him take whoever the hell is going to be the starter over there, Josh Dobbs, and go over there and win a Super Bowl. Then we just go, okay, he's the greatest coach of all time, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So
can you commit, Tom, to being a dauber? Are you a dauber with me?
A dauber.
My goal is for Josh Dobbs to win Arizona too many games and ruin their tank.
That would.
And I like Josh Dobbs. Very
Yeah.
likable, very rootable. I just want you to commit to being a dauber with me.
Can you imagine the Buccaneers get the Hall of Fame quarterback from the Patriots, and then they get the Hall of Fame coach?
That would be crazy.
I would respect it. But who does Bill Belichick hate besides everyone? Like
Children?
What coach? Like what coach does he hate enough to go into their division and be like, I want to beat you twice a year?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Right? Like which one?
I mean, the Shanahans have always had his number. But so then the Cardinals would work. He could beat Kyle Shanahan. Who does he hate? I don't know. Whoever respects football the least is who he hates the most.
It might be Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't like Ron Rivera.
Ooh. He does hate the Jets.
Ron, I didn't know Sam Howell was any good, so I didn't play him last year.
What if he goes to the AFC West and replaces Josh McDaniels as the Raiders coach?
Oh, that would be funny.
He gets Jimmy Garoppolo back and says, all right, here we go. Would you just be in hell, Brandon? I feel like can you imagine Bill Belichick comes to coach the Raiders?
I would be in hell if he went to the Chargers. And Brandon Staley's maybe a guy. He's like, you nerd. You fucking numbers nerd. Do you know anything about winning football games as a head coach? Out of here. That's who he would hate. He hates Staley. Too numbery nerdy for him.
Do you think he would keep him on the roster, though? Like he would be like an assistant to the offensive coordinator? Like he would keep him in a low position?
You'd have him put in a cage at SoFi Stadium so fans could throw tomatoes at him. That's what Belichick
But they'd pay him.
Sadistic. He is a sadist. I did want to talk about maybe the toughest cut of the whole week. And that was Doug Peterson cutting his son from the roster on Jacksonville.
Yeah, but to be fair, was he in camp because
I don't know. He was a tight end / long snapper. He snapped the ball. He had that
the ball
snap
over the head. Yeah.
But just that's a tough. You got son. I'm cutting you. Oh yeah. In terms of the visual,
it just makes sense.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. Sorry, I'm drafting. It's my turn. Yeah, had to. Wow, team's full already. Beautiful. So. Yeah, that's a rough thing because it's Deuce Vaughn, right? That his dad is the coach.
His dad's a scout, yeah,
scout. Excuse me, sorry. And Deuce Vaughn. I mean, he impressed a lot of people during preseason. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a rough take. That's rough.
It would have been funny if Doug Peterson's like, "Sorry, son, you're not making the team at tight end. We're bringing back Tim Tebow." God, that would be poetic.
No, they're not. They're not doing that. No, because he's not Urban Meyer. That's why.
Yeah,
he's not Urban Meyer.
Yeah, can't claim nepotism for Doug Peterson. Another win.
He'll buy him some ice cream though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, Cardinals. No, the Cardinals are weird. We were talking about the competitive advantage thing. The thing is, it's really easy to crap on the Cardinals because we just everybody knows they're just going to be one of the worst teams in the league this year. At the same time, while I don't necessarily agree with their head coaching selection, they're also trying to be the Giants. And what I mean by that is they got to clear out a lot of crap from the old regime to try and even get into a place of rebuilding. Like, I love what they did in the draft. Like, they traded down, they got another first round pick. They go and get their offensive line of the future, like their lineman, of the future. And they're like, okay, like we're rocking. It's who Kyler Murray wanted. Like, they're setting up to try and be successful and competitive. It's just, it's going to be a bumpy road to get there.
Yeah.
As a
Kyler Murray
QB3,
has no incentive to like return and play this season at this point. He's starting on the PUP list, so he's going to be out at least 4 weeks. But I don't know if he'll play.
Yeah.
Alberto's talent. Jake Butt, man, if he could have stayed healthy.
Oh, that would have been
no
the greatest.
No sharding stories. No sharding stories.
He's opened the show with poop.
Yeah, we did open it with because Tom's had to shower because his poop was so violent. It got all over his body. A little splashed into his mouth. He might get sick tomorrow. We don't know.
How would I poop? What? Okay, there's so many questions. First of all, how big do you think the toilet is? Second of all, damn, the velocity of that thing gotta be crazy.
Yeah. There's the
also,
Dumb
how
and
do you
Dumber
think I poop?
Upside down for some reason.
I don't.
That's how vegans go to the bathroom, right? Upside down?
No. You know what? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. First of all, how was Carmi's birthday?
It was awesome.
Did she poop in the grass?
She did today. Can't get her to sit on that
I
toilet.
love how you're just like, oh yeah, this guy poops upside down. Your daughter's pooping in the grass, Perna.
Hey, I've got 2 years to fix that before she starts kindergarten. Okay.
He's got 2 years.
Sorry, your child cannot enter school because they are pooping on the grass. I'll have to quit GPS if that's the case.
Just raise his hand. Can I go to the bathroom? Sure, Carby. Just walks outside. You see her just popping a squat on the lawn.
Yeah. We should start adding a tiny little poop emoji for every week she continues to go without going to the bathroom on the toilet.
Listen, it's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process. And sometimes you just gotta poop on the lawn. I personally haven't pooped on my own lawn. I've peed on my own lawn, though.
Yeah, I mean, guys pee outside a lot.
Well, what's a lot?
I'm doing it right now.
You're inside, buddy.
I've got a funnel going right to the outside.
So you drilled like a little hole through your house and like have a tube like running through?
I should do that because I do not have a bathroom down here.
Yeah, no, I got one right across the way there. So that's
nice. How nice. What a luxury. You got a bathroom close to your set.
Oh, you own a house?
Were you rich?
No.
Rich guy?
You own a house, Mr. House Owner Man?
I do.
Yeah, bet you do.
That's why I started taking YouTube seriously. I was like, oh shit, I got a mortgage.
You're just like, uh-oh, this is problematic. All right. Well, Brian Perna, what do you got coming out today, my friend?
Probably just a short. I'm gonna work on a video about some of the long shots, the most surprising long shots that made the rosters, and then I got a Broncos video coming later this week. What about you, Tom? I saw you were like 16 videos in the next 2 days.
10 days, dude. I recorded 3 videos yesterday and streamed. I'm going to do another 4 today. I got the NFC East predictions coming out. I finished the NFC East just recording purposes yesterday, and now I got to knock out the AFC. I spent 4 hours just writing all the division predictions. That was really fun. Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. It's good. But yeah, so I have NFC East predictions coming out today. Also, members Q&A later tonight.
I got Patreon hangout tonight.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, but I got mine too.
What time are you doing yours?
7.
Your time?
Mm-hmm.
That's too late. Too late.
I think it's at 7. Let me double check.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have mine at like 6:30ish. But that's my time, East Coast.
Brandon Perna's Zoom meeting, 7 p.m.
There you go. So 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. It's late for the East Coast folks.
Got it.
They're always staying up.
Next week.
Go to work early.
That's it, baby. That's it.
We did it. Don't forget, check out Underdog Fantasy. Thank you guys for drafting against us today. May you win. I am rooting for everyone.
Even
Link
me?
in the description, code GPS, or use that QR guy. Code.
Ooh, fancy. You fancy. But folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back on a Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.